Okay, and welcome back. After yesterday's really tricky algebra question, much more simple one today. It's a JMO question, so Junior Maths Olympiad. That means the round after the qualifying round that you take when you're in year 7 and year 8, so ages 11 and 12. So not too difficult today, but nevertheless, make sure you can answer it and answer it clearly with the reasons. I'll pause here, back in a second. Okay, so how do we do? Now, in order to try and explain this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to label all the statements. So I've got statement 1, 2, 3, and 4. And underneath, I've then got numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4 with my reasons. Now, as ever with these questions, a few ways of doing it. So this is going to be my approach. So statement 1 says none of these statements are true. If statement 1 is true, that means it is both true and false at the same time, and that can't be true. So 1 is definitely a contradiction, which means 1 is incorrect. So I'm happy that 1 is not true. Then I look at statement 4. So statement 4 says all of these statements are true, but we've already just agreed that none of these statements are true is incorrect. So that means statement 1 is incorrect, which means that statement 4 must also be incorrect. So therefore, I know it's not 1 and 4. So then we look at number 3. So number 3 says exactly 2 of these statements are true. Well, we've already agreed that 1 and 4 are not true. So that means that 2 and 3 must be those 2 true statements. But we know that you can't have 1 true statement and 2 true statements at the same time, which means it can't be 3, and therefore it must be number 2. But let's just make sure we know why it's number 2. So does number 2 actually fit? Because it could be 0, of course. So exactly one of these statements is true. Well, if that is true, that is one statement that is true. We've agreed that the other 3 are not true, so 1 is true, is the correct number of statements. So the answer is 1. Not the most difficult of questions, but a nice little question to sort of get you thinking a bit from a logic perspective. I have another one of these coming, albeit much harder, next week. As ever, comments down below, like and subscribe, and I will talk to you all soon. Thanks, everyone.